All right. Did you take the test?
Yeah.
How'd you
I didn't fail.
do? Yay for that.
I think my biggest problem was trying to keep everything straight as I went through the test.
Yeah.
So I didn't do terrible, but I didn't do great.
Yeah, that's kind of how mine went too. I was a little disappointed when I got the grade, but maybe they'll put a curve on it.
Yeah. I'm like, well, it could have been worse, so I'll take what I got.
I know. That's how mine was too.
It passed.
Yeah. I'm going to send another invite. Justin said he didn't get it last time.
Yeah. And when I looked, I'm like, it was sent to everybody, so.
Yeah.
And Ammon said this time actually works better for him because it's not so late for him. So we will see if he gets on too. But yeah.
How are your other classes going?
They're there. I have to do a debate in my other class at 8:30. So.
Oh boy, that sounds loads of fun.
Yeah, it's for my nutrition class.
And what are you debating in nutrition?
4 sweeteners.
Oh.
Okay, I just got an email from Justin. Okay, he says, I'm not sure if you've started yet, but I haven't got an invitation yet and nothing shows up on Google Hangouts.
Oh, goodness. Let me see what I have for his email.
Okay.
So I have jpocho84@gmail.com.
Okay, let me. jpocho84@gmail.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm sending him an email real quick. Let's see what he says. So.
Okay. That's what was listed in
the thing. Yeah, and that's what he just replied with, so.
Oh boy. So let me see if I can copy where we are right now and send him an email. jpocho84. See if that helps.
Okay. I wonder why we're having issues all of a sudden when we haven't been.
I know. There it looks like somebody else is coming.
Oh, there's Justin.
Hi. I don't know why I have such a hard time getting connected. Did you send one out before?
I sent 2, and then I just emailed the IP address or
yeah, that's the one I got, but I still haven't gotten the invitation.
Huh.
That's weird. You know what? I used to send it with my email on it, and I never got it on my email too. So I don't know. Maybe it shows up in your junk email.
I checked there too, and it still didn't.
Huh. I don't know. Maybe I'll just starting the broadcast and then just email you the what.
Yeah, that might be the best.
Yeah, I always get it in Google Hangouts, the invites. So
do you have
both? But I checked both and I didn't see any.
Huh.
Yeah. This time I got both, but typically I'm only just getting it in the Google Hangouts. But I know we're meeting, so I'm like, okay, I'll wait.
Yeah.
I was working on my other assignment while I was waiting, so the one that I have at 8:30. Yeah, my date.
Yeah, I was working. Okay, let me ask before we get started. Have any of you guys had to put multiple videos into one? And if you have, what did you use?
I haven't had to. I always ask my husband if it's anything technical.
Okay.
I did
And then-
once, but I did it on, I think it was, because I did it on an iPad. It was the app for like iMovie or something that I like. I can't remember if I did it on my iPad, but I'm pretty sure it was with that. And I just like got them all on the same device. And then you can like drag and click. Or maybe it was on my Mac. I'm not sure.
Okay, and so when you're on a Mac, I've looked all over the internet too, but can you screen share when you're videoing? Like I
Yeah.
do with in this?
I'm not sure. I've never done that before.
Because I have to do like a video of a presentation and then screen share my PowerPoint.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fun. So can you not just record, like as you're doing your PowerPoint, record your voice and then send it that way?
No, she said that I have to be visible for part of it and then I can just go straight to my PowerPoint. So you have to be doing a movie recording, but then in QuickTime there's a screen recording. So I don't know how to combine the two.
And she didn't give you instructions on how to do it?
No. Some of them have said like use Screen-O-Matic, but I don't want to download a bunch of junk onto my computer.
Don't blame you. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. What class is this for? So I'm prepared if I have to take that class.
Microbiology.
Oh, I'm good. I don't have to take that one.
Oh, you're lucky. It's kind of difficult, actually.
My biology class that I took actually got me out of it. That I took way back in '99. Got me out of it. So because I got my associates before everything expired.
Oh, nice.
So it just carried over.
Nice.
So what are you majoring in?
At that point, because they didn't have really anything available online for online degrees, I just did generals.
Mhm.
Well, in '99, I was just out of high school, so it was when I was actually at Rick's when I took that one. I was going into the health field somewhere.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't sure where at that point, but I knew I'd end up in the health field somewhere, and I knew that was a class I would have to take. So.
Yeah. I don't have to take this class for my degree. It's just to prerequisite for PA school, so.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, I have to take this one for my degree, so I'm doing public health
Okay.
right now, so
Well,
I can
good.
hopefully sit in like a health department office and just answer questions.
That would be okay, I guess.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
and hopefully just a Monday through Friday job, so I have weekends off. So
That's what I do. So nice.
yeah. See, and my husband works for the government, and if I can get on with the government like he is, then I could have every other Friday off too.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
My husband works at the federal government. I work for state government, so
yeah,
very interesting.
and my husband's with the federal government, so
Yeah. Well, hi Cooper. We should get started probably so you can get onto your other class.
yeah, I'm so thrilled.
So do you have to go somewhere to give the presentation or do you do it online again?
We're doing it online. Last time we met through Adobe Connect, and half the people couldn't get Adobe Connect to work, so we did our whole thing like through a chat box, and that was hard. So we're going to try Google Hangouts this time, and hopefully it works for everybody.
Yeah, good.
But some of us had to choose 4 artificial sweeteners and some of us against. I decided to go 4 because I have a type 1 diabetic son. So,
So wanting to have some sweet stuff.
yeah. So he can drink something besides water, you know, maybe have a sugar-free juice without having to give himself insulin. So,
All right. Well, I don't know if you need my screen share yet, but so lesson 9. Did you guys have any questions on any of it?
nothing major. So a lot of it's just I need to go back and reread through it and read through the examples again. So nothing major.
So
Something I'll do before I take the homework quiz.
yeah, on number 10. It's not part of part 2, but well, why do I have 2 different ones?
Well, one of them's the
Homework
homework
and one's the
assignment.
preparation.
That's
Okay.
separate.
Confused.
So which one?
Well, it's on the homework, not the preparation assignment.
Okay.
But I don't know, have you done that one yet?
Yeah, I have.
So 10 on the homework, it's if we want to decrease the probability of making a type 1 error, would we need to increase or decrease the level of significance? How do you know the type or decreasing and increasing?
I know it's decrease, and then I'd have to look at the reading here. Just a minute. Because it talks about that. I think because, let me look back at the assignment, what it says for the explanation of it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's mine crying.
What happens, huh?
Yeah, well, and my husband and everybody else has gone to something at the church house, so I have the youngest 2 with me, and they're supposed to be watching a movie, but the 2-year-old just figured out how to open doors. So,
Fun. No controlling them.
so that adds to the challenge of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think because they want it to increase, like the nutritionists think it's increased.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why you have to decrease the type 1.
Okay.
I think. I'm not positive for sure. Because I just kind of went through and I'm like, oh, that one's decreased, as you're hurrying through the assignment. Because I actually just started working on it today. And trying to get all my other assignments that are done, need to be done. So.
No, this is a big week for me. I have that presentation and also an exam in that other class too. So.
Oh, fun.
Lots of fun. So, okay, let me open the quiz. Are you guys there?
I just gotta open up the right window. Because I had, nope, not that one. I have way too many windows open on my
That's what I was thinking.
desktop.
You should have seen all the ones I had open trying to do that stupid recording. I'm like, maybe this one will work. Maybe this one will work.
Well, because I was working on my other assignment, so I have all those windows open for the other assignment, and I don't want to close those.
Will you go sharpen this, Cooper?
Okay.
No, I need it right now.
Hey, this is my pencil.
I know.
Silly more.
All right.
Pencil you can find, right?
Well, I've tried to start quiz a couple times and it keeps nothing. Do you guys have yours open?
I got
Yeah.
mine open.
Group 9 meeting quiz. Start quiz. Okay. Okay, there it comes. One is easy. 2 is easy. All right. Well, you're required to, never mind, that's not the problem.
We're down to number 3. Which hypothesis involves equality? Isn't that the null?
Yep,
Yeah.
that's a no.
Because the alternative we're trying to disprove the null.
Well, reject and
Yeah.
fail to
Correct,
reject.
approve, whatever. Yeah.
So number 4, remember that the p-value is the probability of obtaining a sample statistic at least as extreme as the one that was actually observed. When computing the p-value, which hypothesis was the null again?
Yep.
Right.
Okay. Suppose the null hypothesis mean is 10. Use this information to answer the next 3 questions. So which of the following represents the alternate hypothesis for a 2-tailed test? So it would be
Equals with the line.
yeah,
not
not equal to 10.
Not equal.
Well, if I can, it won't select. There it goes. I sat there and clicked on it, and it would not select it.
Okay, so for a left-tailed, it would be less than 10.
Right.
So is that the top one? I am terrible at those little
So
things.
the mouth opens towards the H and it's closed towards the 10, right? The 10 is less than, or are we going for,
I thought it was the other way around.
oh, the hypothesis is less than 10. Yes.
Okay, so it's the one with it opening toward the 10, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
So 10 is greater.
So I
So-
apparently have not mastered the alligator mouth. That's how we learned it in grade school.
Yeah.
Which of the following is a right-tailed? So it's just the opposite.
Yep.
It'll be greater than 10. Yep. I know I got lost on that too. As somebody tells me to like write it out, I have to think now, which way do I do this?
Yeah.
But if it's
Alright.
there in front of me, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, remember that we determine the outcome of a hypothesis test by comparing the p-value to the level of significance, or is it an alpha? Is that what
Yeah,
you call it?
that's
Yeah.
what I would say it is.
Okay,
what I
use
thought.
this information to use the next two questions, to answer the next two questions. Which relationship would result in failing to reject the null hypothesis? So the p-value,
It's greater than the alpha.
That's what I was trying to remember. Let me see if I can
Yeah.
find
because
Yeah.
if it's the p-value is a large number,
an alpha is
No.
a small.
no,
Right.
the alpha has to be a small number that's close to the mean
Right.
to not reject it. So rejecting it, it would be a.
The p-value will
We
be
look at our
larger.
notes. So
That's what it says here in the reading. It says, if the p-value is less than alpha, we reject the null hypothesis. Conversely, if the p-value is greater than a, we fail to reject the null hypothesis.
okay, so it's the one with the opening toward.
The
P-value.
Yep.
Just gotta make sure that I'm doing the right one. Which
Oh.
relationship would result in rejecting? So it would be greater than the alpha.
Yep, greater than
All right, number 10.
Okay. So
Insurance.
number 9, just a minute. So
Okay.
the p-value is less than alpha, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is how I remember it. It's going to eat it. Whichever one's on the greater side is going to get 8
That's
on the
right.
open side. I know it's silly, but it works.
Yeah, or
No,
whatever
that's-
you can do.
Yeah. All right. An insurance company is reviewing its current policy rates. When originally setting the rates, they believe that the average amount or claim amount is $1,500. They are concerned that the true mean is actually higher than this. Use this information for the next two questions. Which of the following would be the appropriate alternate hypothesis? So it would be average claim is greater
Yep.
than 1,500. And which of the following would be the appropriate null hypothesis that is equal to? All right. Somebody else want to read the next ones?
Yeah, I
Sure.
can.
Okay.
The insurance company randomly selects n equals 40, so 40 claims, and calculates a sample mean of 1650. So then the insurance company assumes the distribution of the sample mean is normal. Is this a good assumption? And I would say yes, because the sample size is large, because the sample size is 40.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking.
What theorem? Oh, sorry. So it's the
Central
central
limit.
limit theorem.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Which of the following is the test statistic as defined in this lesson? It's the X with the line over it, isn't it?
I think it was a Z is when I looked at it.
No, it's so n is 40 and x with the line over it's the 1650. So the test statistic defined in this lesson would be,
So is it Z then?
ooh,
I'm pretty sure that's what I read.
yeah,
Yeah. So in step number 4, it says, let's see.
I'm looking too.
I'm very sure that I read it.
I remember seeing it too, so I'm sitting here going through. Here's the type 1 errors. I think it's before that.
Yeah. Okay. So in 4.2.
Yep.
4.2, since we know standard deviation in this case, we can then use the z-score to determine. This is our test. Yeah, right there. So where z
Yep.
is the
Z.
statistic.
Okay.
I can never say that word.
Statistic.
I always get mixed up on it.
Okay, the historical mean of sales receipts at the grocery store is 150 with a standard deviation of 40. The store manager suspects that the average has decreased. She sets up a hypothesis test with the hypothesis of those numbers. She will use the level of significance of alpha equals 0.05. She then takes a simple random sample of 36 sales receipts from her store and computes x equals 144. What is the z-score associated with this test? I know, I can't right now. I'm in a class. Sorry.
That's okay. I just dropped my calculator too. So we're all
Well,
having.
apparently my one needs her diaper changed, but I think she can hold out for a few more questions. So
Yeah. Okay, so it's 144 minus 150. And then 40 divided by the 36 square root. One of these days, I'm going to get my daughter to give me back my TI calculator because I'm using my iPhone and sometimes it just doesn't come out right.
Yeah.
So I have the z-score is negative 0.8. Well, it would be 0.9 because rounding all of those numbers up.
That's what I got is negative 0.9.
negative 0.9 is what I have. It almost makes you nervous when it says round to 3 decimal places, though.
So we should probably do 0.8.
I only got 0.9. I didn't get anything else
Oh.
besides that.
I got negative 0.899995500.
So if you round it up, it's 0.9. So negative 0.9. I think that's just the standard that they put in is round it to this, even though it may not be that many numbers.
I'm
Okay.
just going to put 2 zeros behind it. What's the p-value associated with the z-score from the previous selection? So we have to open the applet.
Let's see. So this is the shading on either side, right? Or is it just the one below 0.9? I always get confused on that part. Especially where it doesn't say.
Average has decreased. So would that be just on the left side?
That's what I was thinking.
The left-tailed?
Do we have Lorinda back?
Is she gone?
She was gone,
Oh, there she is.
but I don't hear her.
Nope, I'm back.
Okay.
I don't know what's up with. We did good for a long time. Okay, so I said the p-value I got is 0.1841. Are we still on 16?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's what I got too.
Okay.
I'm double checking.
0.18.
0.1841. So round to 3 decimal places. So 0.184.
Yep.
Okay. We were just discussing that because I always get confused. So on which side to do. Okay, what
So-
inference would you make about the null hypothesis for this problem?
I would fail to reject the null hypothesis in this. Well, I don't know because it's
Let's see.
like the
So
ones that they're
if the p-value is greater than that alpha, which is a really small number, then you would fail to reject the null hypothesis.
okay, so it's greater, so we fail to reject it.
Okay. That was another one that I'd get confused on and I'd have to
Yeah.
keep going back and reading. So
So what is your conclusion for this problem? We have insufficient evidence that the true population mean is 150. We have insufficient evidence that the true population mean is less than 150.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, this is the one that I have a hard time with. So type 1 error is rejecting a true hypothesis. So it would be a type 2.
Rejecting the null.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So say that again.
So a type 1 error is rejecting the null hypothesis when it's true.
Yeah.
So saying it's not true when it actually is.
So this would be a type 1, right?
Because which one involves rejecting the null hypothesis when the null hypothesis is true? I was thinking it was type 1 too. I'm reading.
Oh, I was thinking about okay, just a sec. There are two of the, which one
Type
involves
1.
rejecting the null hypothesis? Oh, yeah, it's type 1.
Okay. Yeah, I just went back to the reading because I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I just read it and then I selected 2. A researcher decided that instead of using a level of significance of alpha 0.05, he will use alpha 0.01. Which of the following will be true? The probability of a type 1 error will increase. Probability of a type 2 error will increase. This is where I have the increase-decrease problem.
Yeah.
I hope you guys know.
So I think that it would be so I'm already scrolling up, but let's see. I lost it already. I think it would be the probability of type 2 error will increase because a type 2 error is whenever we fail to reject the null hypothesis.
Mhm.
And when we look at that, when you reject the null hypothesis, the p-value would be bigger than the alpha. And since we're shrinking, we're making the alpha even smaller. The chance that the p-value would be bigger increases, which means it would be a type 2. Does that make any sense?
A
That
little
actually
bit.
did.
It's really confusing to me, but
Yeah, that was winding my way back to why it means type 2.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
If
I struggled on that one too, so I had to keep going to my reading. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So if alpha equals 0.05, compute the probability of committing a type 1 error. Don't you just put that in the probability applet? No?
I don't know.
well, let's see. We will find the reading.
The reading helps so much going back to it.
Now I have to read what the question is. Compute the probability. Yeah, because this one is another one that I kept getting confused on. Because isn't there an equation for it?
I'm looking right now.
I'm probably in the wrong area. We keep losing Miranda. She's
I'm
back.
Okay, so are you guys on 4.4 level of significance alpha?
That's what I just went to.
But then it doesn't really talk about what the probability is.
No. It just says we choose, so if you go to the 4.5 section, we choose A to be some small number so that the probability of committing a type 1 error is low. The most common value for A is 0.05. This is equal to 1/20th. So when the null hypothesis is true, there is a 1 in 20 chance it will be rejected at the 0.05 level. The others include those other numbers. But I
So
want
it's
to know how to calculate it.
1/20th.
But that's just 0.05, isn't it? If 0.05 equals 1/20th, then it would just be putting the same answer in.
Yeah.
I think so. Because if you look at like our reading in our assignments, you just put A down again.
Really?
Like in our homework assignment.
Hmm.
Let me look here. Somewhere
Yeah,
we did that.
When the null hypothesis is true, which would be a type 1 error if we reject it, there is a 1 in 20 chance that it will be rejected at the 0.05 level of significance. So maybe we just put 1/20?
Which is 0.05 because you got to put it in a
Oh, yeah.
decimal.
Okay.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
Okay, who wants to be the guinea pig for the first round?
I'll go.
Okay. This works out nice so we know what we did wrong and we can
I
go
know.
back. Really?
3 chances.
Yeah.
We got 100.
Woohoo! So it is that number.
Hmm.
Because I remember, like, as I was going through the homework assignment or something that we had to do that on, my head just said, really, it's that number? And
Yeah.
I think I read it somewhere too. So
Same for the test. Like I type in these numbers and I'm like, that just seems like that probability is not even close to being right, but then you get it right and it's just nerve-wracking.
Mhm.
yeah. So how did you do on the test?
I got a 91, I think.
Oh, you
Oh,
did
quit
better than me.
bragging.
I got a 77.
I did the
Yes,
worst
I
of all. I got a
passed.
76. It was
Like,
hard.
I passed.
I spent a ton of time studying that morning though, so well, I'm sure you studied too. I'm not saying you didn't study.
You
I
probably
didn't
have
study a
different
whole lot.
distractions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I don't have kids. You guys are doing better than me.
That's why I'm
And we
like, hey,
add up.
I'll take that with kids.
Yeah, no kidding.
Add
And
up my
running-
full-time job and 4 kids and
Yeah.
I
coming back from a
babysit during the day. So in the middle of the test, I had to run the one I babysit to preschool. So
oh
man.
boy, it's a good thing you had a whole hour.
yeah, well, we had 4 hours to
4
go.
hours, right?
Right.
Yeah, I was right in the middle of
I
mine.
only had like 5 problems left to do. So
Oh, my daughter texts at 10:30, the game's over. She's a cheerleader. And so I'm like, well, I have 1.5 hours into it.
yeah,
I can run there in 20 minutes and back.
yeah, that was me. It was like, okay, I think I was like an hour and a half into it. So I'm like, okay, it takes 20 minutes to take her out and back. So here we go.
See, and now doing that is screwing up their statistics of how long it takes a BYU Idaho student to take a statistic.
That's
Right.
right.
Haven't we had that number about 1 million times?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem.
So that's what I was
Really?
thinking. I'm like, well, this wouldn't be very good because how many of us left to maybe rethink on things?
Yeah.
Our brain was hurting, so we had to take a break.
Yeah. So when do you guys want to meet again? Do you want to do Monday again? Is Monday and Thursday the easiest for you guys?
I think so.
Yeah, any day is good for me.
Okay.
Monday, I don't have any assignments due, so I can actually just work on math.
Okay. You want to plan on like 8:30 on Monday? So you
Whichever.
have time to put your kids to bed, or do you like doing it earlier?
I kind of like it earlier. My
Okay.
husband will be home, so I can send them all to the basement and watch TV.
There you go.
Do you want to try
Tonight-
for Monday at 7?
Yeah, let's try for Monday at 7.
That works.
And maybe we can get Ammon on here too, because
I know.
he was saying the later times are hard because he's an hour ahead of us.
No.
So like 9:45 for him would have been 10:45 for him last night.
Yeah.
Where does he live?
I was thinking he was in Arizona, but did he just move to Texas? Because he had that job interview.
Oh, I can't remember.
I don't remember either.
Hmm.
So
Okay. Well, we can just plan on that. And I guess, do you want to email him, or do you want me to email him at the new time?
it doesn't matter. I have everybody's email either way. So
Okay. Why don't you do that, and then I won't forget.
okay, sounds
So-
good.
Okay. See you Monday.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
See ya.
Yeah.
Bye.